Throughout the 60s and 70s there was an increase in new religious groups which led sociologist Roy Wallis to define them very broadly as new religious movements rather than as cults or sects, as these words could hold negative connotations, whereas a new religious movement is seen as neutral. According to Wallis, an NRM could then be categorised into one of three types: world-affirming, world-accommodating or world-rejecting. This way of categorising NRMs is not always as simple as following a checklist. James Beckford argued that Wallis does not take into account the individuals within the movement rather than just that of the leader and their teachings, as he ignores the diversity of opinions that may occur within a large group of people. NRMs need a leader, and these leaders, whether they are part of world-accommodating, world-affirming or world-rejecting, all share similar traits and characteristics. Weber said that charisma was an exceptional quality in an individual who, through appearing to possess supernatural, providential or extraordinary powers, succeeds in gathering disciples around him. Charisma alone does not create an NRM leader. However, when combined with these other attributes, it then could be the beginning of a very powerful combination. So why join an NRM? Weber used marginality as one of the earliest explanations for the growth of sects. He argued that individuals living on the margins of society, and therefore not accepted in mainstream society, would create their own groups where they would be accepted. Wilson argues that sects are formed during periods of social unrest and rapid changes to society and relationships within it. Bruce and Dawson expands on this and explain that post-industrialisation and modernisation has led to a breakdown in traditional beliefs and customs, leading people to try and find new true religions. Relative deprivation, unlike material deprivation, refers to the perceived deprivation of an individual. According to Wallis, individuals could be seen as seeking salvation within the community of a sect. An NRM with a positive, world-affirming message is unlikely to receive much media attention, as they are seen as unthreatening. However, the amount of attention they receive changes when celebrities become involved. Movements such as Cabala and Scientology, before celebrity involvement, were not as well known as they are today. Due to today's obsession with all things celebrity, and that we are bombarded by media every day, celebrities could be seen as projecting societal norms and values, which in turn could influence political and religious views of certain individuals that want to emulate them. However, in contrast, NRMs with a negative world-rejecting ideology receive media attention for less positive reasons. Movements such as ISIS, which is a name heard worldwide, receives a large amount of airtime as their atrocities make headline news and have caused political and social unrest around the world. Cabala and the Cabala Center holds its origins in Judaism. The Cabala Center was created by Philip Berg in the 1960s and classes itself as a non-profit organisation. The Cabala Center teaches courses on the Zohar and Kabbalah that traditionally only male Jewish scholars could access. Celebrity affiliations include Madonna, Britney Spears, Gwyneth Paltrow, Miley Cyrus and Demi Moore. Supposedly this organisation is non-profit, yet the red string bracelet is £26 and is sold to every member. They have also been under investigation numerous times by the IRS and FBI due to financial irregularities.
It's our responsibility to educate, create the new reality. We have that responsibility to say, hey, this is the way it should be done. Because we do it this way and people are actually getting better. And let's get it done. Let's really get it done and have enough love, compassion, and toughness that you're going to do it.
With celebrities such as Tom Cruise and John Travolta, Scientology, created by L. Ron Hubbard in 1954, consists of Dianetics and auditing. The current leader, David Miscavige, has been chairman since 1987. Scientology holds a system of ethics which regulates members' behaviours, which could lead to disconnection. Disconnection does not allow any contact with people within the organisation, which means that you could end up leaving family and friends. The most dedicated of followers join the Sea Org, which means signing a billion-year contract. The Church of Scientology has been involved in quite a few controversies, including domestic espionage, attempts to censor search engines and the information critical of the Church. L. Ron Hubbard was even banned from entering the UK as an attempt to stop Scientology growing in the UK, as it was seen as highly objectionable by the British government. Westboro Baptist Church is seen as the most hated family in America. They are part of a fundamentalist Christian group with a rigid belief in doctrine. This group has attracted a large amount of media publicity due to its pickets of cheap funerals and YouTube
in America who have died fighting in Iraq. An intrusion, it has to be said, on the most private moments that a family could share. Men and women who have gone abroad to fight for their country. You are standing there, madam, with your offspring and your friends waving banners saying, "You deserve to die," and you're smiling about it, which frankly makes me sick to my stomach, because I know you can't see us, but I can see you gloating. What I'd love to know is, as a mother, let's start, do you think it's okay for a 5-year-old to be standing there singing songs like that? It's a disgrace.
Look, your duty is to serve your God. You don't do that without including your children. We are required to teach our children what the Lord, their God, requires of them, and to teach them the Word of God. And furthermore, don't talk to me about all this fluff that we have intruded on someone's anything. We're standing out on a public right-of-way, a good distance from that funeral. Our message is for the living. Those people that you claim are mourning are the people who raised the child for the devil and sent the child straight to hell.
Well, where I come from, Shirley, and seeing as how this is my show, I'm going to keep speaking now. Where I come from, you raise your children in the right way, and indoctrinating a child at 5 to spout rubbish like that is about the worst thing any parent in the world can do, love. That's how I see it.
The degree to which we've seen professions of faith used both as an instrument of great good, but also twisted and misused in the name of evil, used as a wedge, or worse, sometimes used as a weapon. From a school in Pakistan to the streets of Paris, we have seen violence and terror perpetrated by those who profess to stand up for faith, their faith. Profess to stand up for Islam, but in fact are betraying it. We see ISIL, a brutal, vicious death cult that...
Obama here defines ISIS as a death cult. ISIS, with their world-rejecting ideology, is seen as a dangerous religious movement. They, like Westboro Baptist, use social media as a tool to give their message across to the world.
Oh, my brothers, living in the West, I know how you feel when I used to live there. In the heart, you feel depressed. Prophet ﷺ said, the cure for the depression is jihad fi sabilillah. You feel like you have no honor. Prophet ﷺ said, the honor of a believer is Qiyamul Layl. The honor of the Ummah is jihad fi sabilillah. Oh, my brothers, come to jihad and feel the honor we are feeling. Feel the happiness that we are feeling.
So ask yourself, either you can be here in these golden times. You can be here in these golden times fighting fi sabilillah, or you can be on the sidelines commentating in the lap of Prophet. It's your choice. It's your choice.
This excerpt, taken from one of their recruitment videos, is a prime example of Wallace's relative deprivation argument as to why people join NRMs. So what lies in store for an NRM? This shows the life cycle of an NRM, where an NRM will end up with integration or disintegration, Here a movement will either lose its status as an NRM and become a normal part of society, or, more frequently, due to the original ideology being changed and developed, institutionalisation doesn't happen and the group is held in limbo. On some occasions the NRM could be seen to implode once it has reached its final stage.